Hi, my name's Joshua Mowll. I'm the author of the Guild trilogy, which is Operation Red Jericho, Operation Typhoon Shore and Operation Storm City, and soon to be released The Great Space Race, out in August 2010, published by Walker Books. In this webisode, I'm going to talk about the FE2 pullout, which is also known as the Fighting Dragon in the Typhoon Shore. So it's going to be quite a complicated talk through, really, of how I take it from a sketch to final artwork. The Fighting Dragon first really appears in book 1, but it doesn't really, it's only in an illustration, a cutaway, and it's just by the main guns of Expedient, and it's in bits, and so it was fairly obvious to me when I began doing Typhoon Shore that I would need to do a full complicated cutaway drawing. The initial sketch is on paper with a pencil, and then I'll scan that into a computer. The first stage really is just to rough out, in my own mind, the angles that the plane would appear in the book, and see how they're going to look in the pull-out, because you need to have enough room to get all of the wings in and the tail of the aircraft. This is the first early stages in Adobe Illustrator. I'm using the angles. I've created my perspective lines and begun to build up the complicated fuselage section. And also I begin to think about the colours at this point. This is a close-up of the same stage. The red and the green lines are my perspective lines, so I can move those about. And as long as everything is lining up with those, and they're fixed at the vanishing point, you can build the wing structures and everything should be right. And the amount of detail you get in, the more you put in, the better it is. It's as simple as that. Just briefly, this is the final artwork in Illustrator, just showing you the construction lines. And it can look quite complicated and scary, but it's not too complicated once you see it with all the colour in it. This stage is the final Illustrator stage, and basically all of the technical detail is in and it's done. The thing with it is it doesn't look very old at this point, but it is all there. This is the first stage to bring it into Photoshop, so I've brought it in and I've knocked it back a little bit on the opacity, so it's a little bit fainter, and I've also added a little bit of what's called noise, which just breaks up all of the sharp lines a little bit. I've scanned in a very old piece of paper, and as you can see, it already, with that underneath the Illustrator file, begins to look like an old illustration. This is a blue wash behind to kind of make it look like it's on water a little bit, gives it a little bit of background colour. This is a very simple layer again. This is just a shadow to sit underneath to throw the plane forward visually. So this is the final stage, the final illustration. As you can see, it's gone from being a sketch through to a very hard-edged Illustrator style graphic into being an aged down, it now looks like something out of the 1920s. The Great Space Race by Joshua Mowll, published in August 2010 by Walker Books. You can check it out online at www.thegreatspacerace.co.uk.